What was it like learning ballroom at first? You know, that those beginning stages.
Well, it wasn't easy because in those days here in Portugal, this kind of dancing, well, I didn't see it because I saw the girls. That's what I saw. But the rest of the people was kind of, that's dancing is not really a male thing to do and all that, So it was kind of difficult. Apart from that, I dedicated all my teenage years and
Mama sa kungi betengo we kumoyi ingumada takana okyo sokinu kibanga se Manuele ngando mushisa mie Manuele.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 43 of the Two Left Feet podcast. On today's episode, we have on the amazing Miguel Jones and Mónica Banza. They are both Kizomba, Simba, and urban kids, as well as ballroom instructors in Portugal. They've been dancing ballroom for almost 30 years. Very impressive, very cool episode. I learned so much about ballroom, professionally competing in ballroom. I learned so much about that, man. They are amazing dancers, man. So you're going to enjoy this episode. Let's get right into it.
Hey, all right. So I am now on the line with Miguel Jones and Mónica Banza. And I believe you both are Zumba, Simba, Urban Kids instructors. Is that correct?
Yes, mainly Kizomba fusion and urban keys. Yes.
Okay. And you guys you live in Portugal and teaching in Portugal, correct?
Yes, correct. Very
That's,
yeah.
okay, that's awesome. Man. Tell me, I'm curious, how are you all doing today?
Sorry.
How are you all doing today?
Fine. That's fine. We are
Awesome.
fine.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. So I'm curious. I have never been to Portugal. Please tell me, what is Portugal like?
Wow, that's a difficult one. Well, it's I have traveled a lot. And I have arrived to the conclusion that I have not seen yet a place that it's been wow more than Portugal. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It's got loads of influences, and it's so that you can understand it's similar to Italy.
Okay.
Okay, in the architecture, in all that. So it's very similar. We are very similar. Italy, Spain, and Portugal. We are
The
all.
food is
Food is
yeah,
the best.
the best.
Food's the best. I've traveled a lot, and food's the best.
Okay. So I'm curious. Well, what part were y'all both born in Portugal? Like, where are y'all from originally?
Yes, we are born in Portugal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And-
I don't actually know where my name comes from, the Jones part. I'm not being able to track it.
I think it's an American. Sounds kind of American, right? Or European?
No, I think it's kind of Welsh kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious. I guess what part of what part of Portugal do you currently live in?
It's very near Lisbon.
Oh, okay.
Very near, yeah, yes, it's very. We have a river. It's in English is Tagus River, and there's Lisbon, the river, and then there's us.
Okay.
There's
Hey, I get you. I'm curious, Miss Mónica.
Yes.
Tell me what was it like growing up in Portugal?
Oh, I like everything in Portugal. The food, the weather, the people. So I'm blessed to born here. You need to come here to see.
Hey.
It's true what we tell you.
Okay.
Really.
I'm curious though. Tell me about your childhood though. What was that like?
Sorry.
childhood infancy.
Okay. When I was a little girl, I remember I ran away from my grandmother house
Okay.
and go to a store that
A record
Yeah.
store. record. You know, music record store,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
vinyl ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vinyl. You call it the vinyl.
it's a
Yeah.
vinyl.
In the outside, they have always music, you know, and I ran away from the house and stay in the rhythm, the outside dancing for the people. So always in my childhood, I dance for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she used to run away and stayed dancing with the music coming from the
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
yeah, and the mom and dad used to go there and pick her up and bring her home.
So I'm curious. Miss Monica, did you grow up in a dancing household? Like, did your parents dance or?
No, no.
Okay.
My mother loved dance, but my father didn't. He was a very important person in here in Portugal. Um, when we started to practice ballroom dance, he was the president of the association.
One of the associations, yeah.
In here, he was the first one in in that association
The president, yeah.
for a long time. So they both were very connected to the dance
World.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
because of
And-
me, of course.
Okay. And I'm curious about you, Mr. Miguel. What was your childhood like growing up in Portugal?
Well, up to a point, I was never like a sports kid. I used to do my skate, my bike, and all that, but I was never into sports. Um, until one day, and let me see if I get this story clear because it's quite funny, both sides
Yeah.
of the story. One day I was coming from school. There is this girl that I knew, and she invited me to go and see this dance school,
Ah.
ballroom dancing school. I remember asking her, "What's that about, ballroom dancing?" And she tried to explain me. I didn't get it. So on the following Sunday, me and my friend went there. We were on our way to going out to meet some friends. So on the way, we stopped in this ballroom dancing school, and I said to him, "Look, you can go wherever you plan to go, but I'm not leaving here because it was full of girls.
Hey, I understand.
I'm staying. I'm staying. You can go. I'm staying. I'm staying." And the second funny part of the story is that I started learning this ballroom dancing, and the first time I went to see a show, the first couple that I saw dancing was Mónica.
Ah.
You see, so I saw this girl dancing,
Really?
and I still remember her ready to go on the dance floor. I still, at that time, I was a beginner. I was a beginner.
Uh-huh.
So she was a little bit more advanced than me. She's not now, but she's. And I saw her dancing, so it's kind of a funny story. And then we kind of went side by side
Yeah, and
in the dancing world,
the first time we went to a World Cup.
a world competition.
Yeah, we
Ball.
yeah. I go with my partner at the time, and Miguel goes with the other girl, but both at the same time.
Yes, we went to represent Portugal.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Ballroom and Latin American dancing. Obviously,
Well-
Monica was with her partner,
Yes.
and I was with my partner.
Entiendo.
As teenagers.
I'm curious. Monica, what got you into ballroom?
Because it was the only thing, the only kind
Ah.
that we have in Setúbal, that it's my hometown.
Hometown.
So it could be hip hop, but at the time we don't have. Yeah.
I entiendo, I understand. And so I'm curious, for both of you, I want you both to answer this. What was it like learning ballroom at first? You know, that those beginning stages.
Well, it wasn't easy because in those days here in Portugal, this kind of dancing, well, I didn't see it because I saw the girls. That's what I saw. But the rest of the people was kind of, that's dancing is not really a male thing to do and all that, so it was kind of difficult. Apart from that, I dedicated all my teenage years and the early 20s, 30s into it. But growing into it I think was really good, because it really teaches you a lot of commitment to someone else, to a art form, because you are actually not just dancing, because you are competing. So there's a respect to your partner, because that your partner also wants to win or wants to get the result. So it's not just about you; it's about
A teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not easy because the two people aren't at the same level, not in quality, but como é que eu ia dizer, naquilo que pretendem.
In what they want.
Yes,
their goals are not the same.
Yes.
Right.
So it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to manage all that, and that teaches you a lot.
Yeah.
When you want something.
I want to ask Monica the same question. What was it like in those beginning stages for you learning ballroom?
It was funny because I just want to dance. Whatever it was, I just want to dance. At the time, it was very easy to practice because you have the balls. That's
balls as ballroom.
Yeah, as ballroom. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Sorry.
You need to have balls to dance.
No, also. But you can go and you can practice. At the time, I was a little girl, and my parents goes with me. Como é que eu vou explicar, amor? Ajuda-me. Que eu ia às coletividades com eles.
She used to go to all the dancing places with
my parents.
With her parents.
And so it was easy at this point, but we don't have a lot of information,
in dancing.
In dancing, because
technique wise and all that. Yes.
Yeah, and skills. So that part, it was a little bit more complicated to achieve higher level.
Higher level. Yeah.
But as a teenager, when we go to the first World Championship, the view, como é que eu vou dizer que aprendemos muito, conseguimos ter mais abertura?
We've learned a lot because this first experience in world competition gave us a different side of this.
Yeah.
Kind of propelled us for this and gave us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that. I'm curious. How long have you all been dancing ballroom?
Do you really want to know?
I mean, yeah. But how many years? Please tell me.
Yeah. You are good doing.
We started in. I remember I started in 1991. You started in. 89, 19, 90.
Okay, so hold on. I was born in 91 and I'm 27 right now. So 27 years. Okay, and Miss Monica about 29, almost 30?
Yes, I start to dance. I have 2 years old.
Okay.
Wow. I just start dancing.
Okay, that is a lot of experience.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: for people out there currently who dance ball, who are practicing and want to get better, can you give them some advice? Some things that you've learned along the way.
Well, there's not really this. I did try to find where's the secret of it, but there's no secret to it. The only thing is that you need to do is to believe. Yes. Believe even if the ones around you do not believe. You need to follow your gut feeling and always go for it. Go for it. Work and believe. There's these two things: work and believe.
Work,
It's nothing else.
work.
You can try shortcuts. It's okay. You can always try. You can always try shortcuts, but you need to work and believe.
Really.
That's it. That's the only thing you can do.
Hey, if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would be amazing for the channel. Let's get back to the video.
I'm curious, Ms. Monica, do you have anything you want to add?
Quer acrescentar alguma coisa a isso?
Basically.
No, we kind of believe
yeah.
on the same things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, for example, at one point I was living in Portugal, and the information here in the dancing world was very poor.
Yeah.
So I had to go and live in England for 3.5 years to study my dancing.
Okay.
Literally to study my dancing. I wasn't working. I was doing anything. I was studying my dancing. You know.
At that time, we almost have a partnership.
Yeah, we did a tryout. She's always going to regret this.
Yeah.
We had a tryout to dance together before I went to England, just before I leave the country. So because I was without partner, and I tried to dance with some girls, and she was one of them. She was actually, I think she was the only Portuguese girl.
Okay.
The only reason I did not dance with her was not because at that time when we were younger, was because the information here in Portugal was very poor. So I had to go. And that was the only reason I didn't dance with her at that time. It's because I knew one day would end up dancing with us. There we go.
I'm curious. At what point did you realize you wanted to do this full time? Are you all full-time dancers? And teachers? Is that your job?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. I'm very happy for you. That's awesome. At what point did you decide? I want to do this full time. For the rest of my life. Like,
I think you feel it at some point or some time in your life. You feel it. You want to dance, but you want to give the information to the others. So one day you have to quit because you can dance for a lifetime, but you passed all the information to the people so they can do the way with your skills. Do you know what I mean?
I understand. Yes, ma'am.
It seems like you still dancing, not dancing.
Yeah, I understand. They call it like the burden of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to give it away, right?
Yes. That's it.
I'm curious for you, Miguel. When did you figure out that you wanted to do this full time?
One thing led to another. But I remember when I was a beginner as a dancer. One day we arrived on the dance school, and the person that was supposed to open the door for us to go in was late. And I got annoyed because I wanted to go and practice. There was this lady there, and she said, just relax. It's not like you're going to earn a living out of this, she said.
Wow.
And that kind of annoyed me. They say, how do you know? I was
Right.
said, how do you know? I didn't say anything. But they kept that in the back of my mind all these years. And I just went for it. That's it.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this then. In those beginning stages, what was the most difficult or hard part?
Most difficult, sorry, pardon, can you repeat?
Mais difícil, dentro de todos. O que é que
What was the most difficult period?
Yes.
The most difficult period. There was two for me. One, when I had to leave my family to go live in London. That was number one. Number two, that was the most difficult one. Number two, not so much difficult one, but still difficult for a short period, was when I realized that I had to stop competing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so and then when I stopped competing, I had to find something else to do.
Right, right.
Young forever, and all those young kids coming behind us, and
Yes.
and it's normal. It's the law of life, And so that periods that I realized, okay, this is it. I have to stop. Okay, competing. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah. That can be tough.
I had to find other
Yeah.
ways of keep on dancing, but more artistically, not
Yeah.
competitive
For
wise.
me, it's the same, but I don't go to England, so I just have one part, one bad part. It was quitting competition.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I want to talk about, the competing part as well. But Miguel, I want to talk about tell me about your time in London. What was that like?
Um, I was actually one of the Portuguese, the first Portuguese arriving in London for that purpose in ballroom dancing, to live there, because some of us were already going there, as myself,
yeah.
regularly for lessons, but it was very expensive, traveling the plane,
Yeah, yeah.
and was what was like was experience wise was one of the best periods of my life, because it's like you live on the desert and suddenly you arrive to this place with loads of water. You can drink
Uh,
anytime from information. Uh,
yeah.
I had teachers that how can I say, marked me. I still listen to when I'm trying to create something. I still listen to things that I was taught at the time, and so that period in that way was marvelous. Was marvelous. Was difficult because um, the cultural wise it's very different from Portugal, and that was a shock for me. So basically, I was there dancing and going home. That's it, dancing and going home.
Full
Friends,
time.
yeah, no friends, and so it was 3.5 years of that.
Okay, wow. So you truly dedicated yourself to your craft.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really awesome.
When I finished what I had to do, I left. That's it.
and,
Yeah.
and so I'm curious, like how did you know to leave? How did you know you were ready to return back home?
Um, you get more a kind of autonomous, you know what I mean, in your knowledge, in your knowledge, and suddenly times changed. I realized, well, I can still do this, but I can still live in Portugal,
Ah,
and I can still travel now, because I have enough information not to do this so often, so I can come periodically and renew my information needs.
okay, okay. I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, Monica, uh, what were you doing during that 3 year period? Were you just dancing yourself, practicing, or?
Yes, like Miguel said, we go often to England to have lessons, but I still I stay always in here in Portugal. I did it professional. Next, the competitions. I was first in amateur and passed to the professionals,
Mm,
but I stay always here because I didn't want to let my family here.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
They are more important to me because we don't know how many times we have them. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was a difficult part for me, but Monica actually in the end went in a different way, which is a beautiful world as well. She danced for many years in Dancing with the Stars.
Oh wow. They have a
Uh,
European version of that, right? Yeah.
yeah.
the Portuguese version.
Okay, Portuguese. Yeah.
She's done one last February.
Yes.
She finished one. So she
This past February, 2019. That's awesome. That's awesome.
so she went that way. She did a lot of TV
Yeah. So
work.
yeah.
Okay, you're a TV superstar. You're a superstar.
That's the reason why Miguel danced with me, because I
Okay.
danced.
That's why.
There, you see, get it? I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. Shucks. Oh man. Um. Oh, I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say though. So we'll just continue on. Why? I don't really know much about the ballroom world, but why were you forced to stop competing?
It's the same as a football player, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you get to when you it's not as if your results are going down, but then you realize, well, I've been there, done that, wore the hat, the t-shirts, done the whole thing, and it's very expensive.
Oh.
And it's very expensive. Also, your body starts
Give you
to
signs. Yeah.
starts to complain a little bit. Let's say
Yes.
this: you do things technically, you do things very well,
Much better.
much better, way much better, but not
Yeah.
as fast.
Oh.
You see, not as fast and not for a longer time, for a
Yes.
longer period. You see, so let's say a very good football player. When he's in the end, he's got loads of technique. He knows how to do it, but he doesn't have the power sometimes to get there.
Right.
So that's the time.
It's similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it sounds like you all were professional athletes. Is that correct?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Hey,
I did, yes.
that's
Yes.
impressive, man. That's awesome.
Correctly. That's it.
I think that's something that not a lot of people hear about is how physically demanding being a professional dancer can be.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it is because as an athlete, you need to have a peak of your performance,
Right.
right? But in dancing, that peak needs to be there very often because you have
Ah,
few competitions. You see, so it's
Yeah.
kind of difficult to manage all that throughout your career.
You
That's
don't
career.
have weekends that you can go out with your friends because you have to go to the competitions.
right.
To sleep well, you have to go to the gym. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to look what you eat.
Right. Yeah.
The
And I used to be a bit crazy because in the summer holidays, when everybody were going on summer holidays, I thought, well, if they are going on summer holidays, I'm going to practice because for those 2 months, I'm going to be better than them.
Yeah. So
Gonna-
you were dedicated.
yeah.
completely. You have to have two parts very strong. Your body, that you have to work your body to be as strong as it possible, and your mind, because a good
Right.
you have to be
You have a
good
good mindset.
good
Very
in
strong.
both.
Yeah.
So
it's very
Yeah.
demanding. It's very demanding.
it's a big process to do all the things.
I want to ask you this, Monica. How can someone improve their mindset? How does that work? How did you do it?
It's very painful because it's a struggle.
Struggle, yeah.
Diaria,
Daily struggle.
okay. That your body many times tells you other things, but you have to put your heart away and think without heart, so you can be very clear in your focus, and you are constantly remind yourself that the main question is that. So you have to create words, expressions that brings you there to your focus. So
Okay, your end result, your goal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
it's but it's not easy. Not
Yeah.
easy.
Of
Really.
course not. Yeah, of course not.
But You see, as in life, sometimes it's good to have. The only reason why I say it's good to have your kids in dancing, it's because they learn all these
Yeah.
things for life.
Ah,
Because they are necessary for life.
Yeah.
yes, definitely, yes.
It's good when they learn all these because it's a good tool. It's a good life tool.
Completely.
Yes, so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
To respect the other another. So
The respect. Yeah.
the respect you have to have for the other person, how to talk to a teacher, how to look into your life in the positive way.
Yeah.
So it's very nice when you have children and you can pass all these tools to them.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say I've only been dancing for like maybe the past 7 years. I started with like salsa, but something I've noticed as well is just like confidence. It's really instills some
Yeah.
confidence in me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A
I'm
lot.
very appreciative of that. Yeah.
We have lots of examples of our pupils that the person that came in the first day into our classes and the person that left,
Two different
It's
people.
yeah.
two different people.
Right.
They dress, the way they act, the way they talk,
And you
the way
take that to your life, to your
Yeah.
oh, it's
Yeah.
the best therapy. Really,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
go out to dance to learn how to dance, or just go to dance like you feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious. So unfortunately you have to stop performing and everything. What comes after that for you all?
After the ballroom dancing,
Or after, so you have to stop performing, or competing, right? Competing. I'm sorry. Yeah.
well,
So
that's when it came this new world of Kizomba
okay.
and all this.
Oh, real quick though, real quick. Did you all ever teach ballroom? Did that ever come about or no?
Say again, sorry.
Did you all ever? Were you all ever ballroom instructors, teachers?
Yes.
Still
Okay,
are.
so you did that. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And still have very good
Dancers.
couples.
Yeah.
Couples, top couples here in Portugal.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, going back to the second part of our lives in dancing, which I had this girlfriend that kind of convinced me to go into a kizomba competition.
Ah.
I used to like to dance kizomba socially. I knew it because it's something that for us it's very easy with all the technique that we have. We just
Right.
need to respect and learn this kind of specific style. But then again, in ballroom we have 10 different styles. It's just the 11th for us. It's just another one. So we need, with the same respect as we dance the cha-cha and where it comes from and how it should be danced.
Right.
Observe the kizomba, where it comes from and how it should be danced. And I used to do that socially. And then I went into this big competition in Portugal. Was in Portugal at that time, but it used to go all throughout Europe. And I think one of the rounds was in the States as well. It was called Africa Dançar in those days. Africa Dançar, Africa dancing. And I went into the final of
Nice. That's awesome.
fourth place, I think. But then because of the ballroom, because I was still teaching, I didn't want people to get confused. So I started teaching the kizomba for many, many years. But the thing that comes in the social media was the ballroom dancing.
Okay.
It's in there. So, but then again, and this changes really with Mónica. With Mónica. And then I said, "No, look, we can have a really good partnership. The image, the chemistry, the whole thing is good. So let's put this forward." And we started doing some videos. We started to putting our Facebook page and all our information, things we were doing. And suddenly, without us knowing, here in Portugal, people were really liking our work, and not just Portugal. I mean, they're just how do you say, good vibes, good.
Yeah.
We're coming from Brazil, all over the world.
United States.
And our page is now with 140,000.
Okay, that's awesome.
The Facebook one, because we still, for us and for our teaching, Facebook is the best so far.
Okay, okay.
On Instagram and all that. So, but for us, that works better now, and that's how it changed. I mean, then it kind of again, one thing led to another.
Yeah.
And our pupils, the Kizomba Fusion, Urban Kids followers here in Portugal, kind of pushed us into what we are doing. It was we're just doing what we know to do best. It's like doing in a way that we believe that is our way, regardless if people like it or not.
Yeah.
Didn't have to happen. We were fine like that.
Yeah.
But people kind of liked it and pushed us.
I definitely understand that. Yeah.
Events and festivals and all that, and here we are.
So I want to talk about, when you first started learning Kizomba. Well, first off, how long have you all been dancing, Kizomba or
Together.
fusion, Kizomba fusion?
Fusion is, well, I started a bit before, but mainly was with Mónica. Was that was the start. I kind of tried a few things before, but we starting because it's fusion. It as the name says, it's fusion of many movements,
Right.
As long as doesn't lose too much of its characteristic.
Yeah, the basic.
You know, it's Kizomba fusion. It's not salsa fusion or bachata fusion. It still needs to be Kizomba fusion. So, but because then again, with our backgrounds, as in Latin American and ballroom, our dances, as say cha-cha or a samba, gets lots of influences from other dance styles. Then again, it's our 11th style. it's again, so we have all this knowledge from other, not just the cha-cha. It's the dances that kind of movements that influence the cha-cha. So we have all this knowledge, and we started putting it into Kizomba fusion or urban kids, which is not our urban kids. Is not
very stiff.
Stiff or let's say common style. Because we believe it's our style. So it's Kizomba fusion or urban keys, especially urban keys. It's kind of free. You know what I mean? It's kind of free. As long as you respect certain things. A woman must look like a woman.
Right, yeah.
A man must look like a man to dance.
Yeah.
So, and the different parts should be respected. A man should make the woman shine. So it's not the other way.
That's all the partner dances, right?
Yeah. So this is why sometimes in our dancing we don't make the woman look so stiff, because I don't want to see a stiff woman.
Right.
So if I don't like to see it, I cannot make Mónica dance stiff. I must, it's kind of a woman must have curves, wavy dancing.
Yeah.
And this is all these influences, our backgrounds actually got all these influences into our dancing, and obviously trying to see what's being done around the world and all that. We don't want to go and dance this Kizomba fusion or urban kids to Mars. So we're dancing, so we kind of respect, and with our colleagues do. We observe as we know that they observe us, and all this is kind of how do you say, synergy? Synergy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
In Ballroom dancing, we have lots of technical books that helps us in the leading part, and that's that kind of stuff that Miguel was telling you. So we have lots of skills to improve what's
a certain movement.
Yeah.
A certain movement.
Yeah.
So let's say we want to grab a certain movement. That's
Yes.
what you were saying.
Yeah.
And we have the skills
to improve
that kind of movement
Yeah.
into it. Leading wise,
Yeah.
weight transfer wise, speed wise, and we try to do that. And sometimes what we then yeah, and
I show you one book.
And
Okay.
while she does that, sometimes no, I got lost with the book thing.
Hey, how about this though? How about this? I have someone at my door. Let me go get that real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Is that okay?
Okay, then.
Real quick, real quick.
No, that's not the one.
That's not the one. That's not the one. Legal. Let's dancing page, right? Não interessa. Não precisa só falar em inglês. Mas é giro para ouvir estas coisas, não é? Quer dizer, há muita gente que deve saber, mas pode não saber. Íamos já falando da hora de... Deixa-me falar. Sim, mas deixa-me falar.
All right, sorry about that.
Ready.
Hey, so you want to show me, I guess, a book of Ballroom?
Book. You can see it.
For example, this is a step, a basic movement on rumba. This we have all the lines: foot position, footwork, action used, turn, timing,
precedes and follows.
Yes,
in
so
here
we
of
have
the steps.
just for a step in ballroom dancing. So
Yeah, so it's an actual book. I feel like I know Kizomba. I said like, yeah, someone like Kizomba doesn't have a book for it, right?
it does. I was exactly gonna show you, but I'm just gonna say this is actually what you are is just for an information, quick information. It's called
an actual book.
Yes, and it's never it's not actual anymore. This is like
Out of date.
Old books. Yeah, the new ones have one of these size
For each dance.
For each dance. So it's this times 5.
Yeah.
And we have the Kizomba one.
I'm curious. Who wrote that book? I'm very curious.
I'll show you. It's small, but then again it's very the introduction where Kizomba comes from. I'll show you in a minute. It does describe some of the basic steps, as you can see on the charts.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I've never seen a book on dancing. I didn't know you could even do that.
Yeah.
It's called Kizomba, the technique book. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can't. Who's the author?
He said
the UK. Kizomba technique book and gone. It's yes, it's from the UK, United Kingdom Alliance, which is an English association which does exams for various types of dancing.
Oh wow!
United Kingdom Alliance.
So, all right, real quick, show me the title real quick and say it for me one more time so people can see it.
Kizomba, the technique book.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. That's awesome.
Traditional Kizomba, and you can go on www.ukadance.co.uk. And get there. Yeah, I think you can get there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
the CD and everything.
Oh wow. Okay, sure enough. I'm curious. I want leading from that. Who were some of your Kizomba instructors?
Well, I'm not going to name the Bandeira, Zé Barbosa. This is the ones that here in Portugal,
Evelyn.
Avelino, Chantal, yes,
Yeah.
that that there's more of them because we got lucky that here in Portugal, in a way, for Europe and I believe to the world, it's where everything started because these very brave people came here and started teaching, and they must be remembered for what they've done. Although it's retro Kizomba or old style Kizomba, it doesn't matter, but it's where it all came from, and people still like it. There is I'm not sure which one is most. I think more people like that than actual Kizomba fusion or urban keys. And they did a wonderful job of Master Pechu and all that, and they did a wonderful job teaching throughout the world and here in Portugal. And obviously, we had that just around the corner.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I never did many lessons with
just
them,
one.
or with just one. But
Okay.
I used to get influenced by them because, as I said, for us to learn this easy dance in a certain way, easy, the dancing, not the culture. Not don't get me wrong, the dancing was very easy for us. And I used to go into some workshops and I used to learn and see and all that. And that the whole thing grew up from there.
Yeah.
So I didn't say, I was not in a class of A or B or C for
Okay. Okay. I understand.
the workshop and all that.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that.
You
So
too.
so yeah. So because of your dancing background, you think you were able to pick up Kizumba a little bit more easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have forgive lessons in ballroom dancing. We need to exam 3-level exams: associates, licensed, and fellow.
And the fellowship, yeah.
Yeah. So we learn how to explain how the steps to our pupils,
Mhm.
and we are given marks for how to speak with them, the tone of the voice, the message, how to pass the message if it's clear. So I think in Kizomba, because we have that background, it's more easy to chegar.
To get there.
Yeah, to get to the students.
Yeah, to get to this. And also, I don't want people to get me wrong with what I'm going to say. We are dancers.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, when we danced the cha-cha, we were not from Cuba. When we danced the samba, we were not from Brazil.
Yeah.
When we dance the kizomba, we are not from Africa. So we need to respect the dance and I said that earlier on.
And the culture.
And the culture. But dancing wise, it's very easy for us. Dancing wise, very easy.
Yeah.
Just because of our background, it's not
the knowledge of the body.
The knowledge of the body. It's
That
not,
helps. That does help.
It's not that the dancing itself, the kizomba, does not have lots of things that you need to learn, and there's a world there. It's just for us because of that background. It's actually easy. You see,
definitely.
So if you put me dancing like, let's say, hip hop. Oh, at this age of my life, I'm not sure if I could. It's not that easy, but it's because
it's more easier.
It's more easy, but not as easy as Kizomba because it's a partner dance. It's our world.
Yeah.
It's a partner.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
so
do.
we just need to blend. We just, as a chameleon.
Yeah.
We just need to blend on that dance as well as we can do.
It's like a color of your clothes that you wear every day. You choose. Today I'm gonna were yellow. So
Yeah.
Okay,
it-
yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Today I'm gonna dance Kizomba.
But-
Today I'm gonna dance
Yeah.
tango. You can move
Yeah.
each dance if you want. You
Yeah.
can do it all one next to the other. You know.
Yeah.
And
Nowadays,
you can change.
Kizomba, when I say Kizomba, it's for people to understand, but more specifically, Kizomba fusion and urban keys are a great part of our life,
Yeah.
of what we do and what we aim for and all that.
How popular is, Kizomba and Kizomba fusion in Portugal? How popular is it?
Whoa.
Well, Lisbon is the European capital of Kizomba.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are a
People-
small country.
We are a small country, yes, but because of this background,
Yeah.
people that dance Kizomba travel or used to up to nowadays travel from all over Europe into Lisbon to dance because we have parties on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
All
Thursday,
week.
double, triple parties on Friday and Saturday,
Oh
and
wow.
all
Oh
start.
wow.
Some of our students do lessons with us on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then after the lessons on Friday, they go to party.
Yeah.
Then they go to party on Saturday. They go to party on Sunday. That's how Kizomba is here.
That's
It's-
awesome.
a way
Kizomba,
of life,
Kizomba,
yeah.
yeah, it's a way of life.
I say, so I'm from the States, United States, and I'm from Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and I think we have maybe like 2 or 3 instructors, but we only have like one night a week. Yeah, it's very different.
Tell them that they can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah,
Some few parties and all that. Yeah.
yeah, so true. You're right about that. There's a
You know what?
market for it.
Yeah. One thing that we do with our students, which is very good in many ways, for them to learn, for them to become good dancers, for them to want to go to our lessons, is we do the lesson, and after the lesson, there is always a practice, but it's a party practice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the mood of the room is party mood, and they do the class and they stay a little bit more dancing. So in the middle of the week when you're working and all that, to have that, it's priceless because it's a mini
You
weekend,
recharge.
mini Friday,
Yeah.
or mini
You
Saturday
recharge
in
your
there.
energy.
And we do that every day we teach. So actually, some of them, as I said, go all around, keep dancing.
I definitely understand that. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous, but that's amazing.
You
Yeah,
must-
start doing it. Like after the lesson, just do a little bit of, let's say, 10-15 minutes practice.
when you came
That's-
to Portugal,
Okay.
you will see. You go out all week with us to the lessons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When you go to there,
That's awesome. That's
It's-
awesome.
The instructors should do that because the Kizomba is not just a dance.
Right.
You know that Kizomba and any social dance is not just a dance. It's a way that someone can outcome their problems. You know, it's and the stress of work and the social part of it, the people that you can meet and talk, and the friends that you can make. And so those actually, we say in the lessons, those 15-20 minutes after the lesson are actually the most important ones.
Oh.
Of lesson. At lesson we teach steps and they can practice, but it's that kind of interaction that they have and makes our lessons so popular because I think that's really the secret. We have other teachers here, but our lessons are always fully packed.
Okay, nice.
And I think that we're not better these are better teachers. That's not the point. The point is that this social thing that we promote and people follow us in the lessons here, just because of that, I think. So that's it.
That's awesome. I understand that.
Tell those instructors over there that they should start doing the same.
I definitely will let them know. I will. I want to ask you this. What are some lessons that you've learned from dancing that you're able to translate to your everyday life?
Right. Discipline,
the respect.
respect,
uh,
Hard work.
hard work,
That's it, isn't it?
persistência.
Uh, um, yeah. I'm gonna see these words. Okay, go on. I'm gonna Google these words. I'm gonna Google these words. Hang on a second.
Um,
I'm gonna.
Trust in yourself, believe in
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
be true with yourself, with
Yes.
with your um, como é que se diz, gostos?
Yeah, persistence.
Yeah,
Persistence.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Persistency, kind of thing. Is and yeah, that's we learned a lot of. I am what I am because of dancing.
Yeah, definitely. That makes you who you are. It's part of your background.
Yeah, yeah.
you always have to try it, mas que não seja, ajuda-me,
You always have to try it. You have to
mas que não seja para ver que não é
yeah,
o caminho.
you always have to try something, even if it's to see that that's not the way.
Not the way. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
You do okay, and that's the thing. You cannot be afraid of trying something that you believe.
Yeah.
It's cool. If it doesn't work, just go the other way. You know that one doesn't work, so
Yeah.
you have there's
But
something
you
good.
try it. You
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
You see, no, that's not the way. I want other thing. Yeah, and you go and move your way. So, but always try.
Yeah.
Always believe in you.
No, I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. I'm curious. At this stage in your life, in your lives, how do you define success for yourselves?
Define success at this stage of our lives.
Sure.
How do we define success?
Eu acho que é um pouquinho o que nós temos hoje em dia, né?
Well, success is actually when general people give you good feedback for your work.
And
Success.
when you work in what you love, the main
That's
thing,
success.
yeah, that's success. You can,
If you do what you
cannot
love, that's
be
success.
rich, but you work in what you love, so you have success
Already.
in your, yeah.
Okay, and sometimes success is not to be necessarily to be a TV star or a movie star. Success is when you dance, and when you do a show or you perform, even if it's just socially, you're dancing, and someone comes to you, and that person says, "I really loved what you've just done." It's success.
Yeah.
That can be seen as success, not as if we are trying to have success by dancing. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
But when you do what you do, just by putting a little bit of, not a little bit, yourself into it, when you put
Yeah.
what comes out of it and people like, well, you won it.
When your students dance in a social party, and the other one says, "Wow, you dance a lot of very well." You essence, and they say, "Yes, with whom?"
Yeah, right.
We have success in that.
Yeah. That actually happens a lot we are very, very happy. I have to say this the right way, otherwise it's not going to sound good. It's nice. It's a very good feeling when your pupils come to you and say to you that someone said to them that they are good dancers.
Yeah.
Us. It says a lot. When we have quite a few of our students that come, look, I was on that party and someone came to me and said, my dancing is really good.
Feels good.
And that's success.
Like we have actually, we have a few men dancers that are
male dancers.
Yeah, that are taxi dancers all over the Europe. So they are invited very often to go to be taxi dancers. So
exactly.
Yeah, this is success.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Those are your students. It shows your impact that you're having.
Yeah,
yeah,
we are proud. And we are
Yes,
not in
yes,
our work, but in them. Of
yeah.
them, of them.
yes, yes. Of course.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. For people who are beginners, just starting out, but they feel like they're in a rut, like they're stuck in the same place. What advice can you give them?
Uh, well, that depends on each case. But
Yeah.
sometimes, if we have a student that is kind of stuck there, or we need to evaluate if it's uh, in their
Yeah,
heads,
mental.
in their heads. But usually, what makes the whole change is when they lose the fear of going out into a party to dance.
Ah,
When that ice is broken, the level of their dancing shoots up.
okay.
Different way of saying, if you practice, you get better.
Right. It's so true.
Oh, but a normal social dancer beginner don't want to go on the student practice on his or on his own. Um, so the social the interaction with other dances that actually dance better than them makes them dance way much better. And sometimes when they feel that they are stuck, they just need to look and to go on that party, even if it's just for 5 minutes, and to look all over the floor and see that all those people were actually in his shoes one day.
Ah,
Yes.
right, right,
So if they do it, I can do it.
right. So true.
So that's very easy.
Yeah.
So everybody can do it, everybody can dance. Some can dance way much better, but to dance good, everybody can dance good.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But some people just want to dance good. They don't want to be superstars on it.
Yeah.
Ah, let me ask you this: for people who are intermediates and they
Mhm.
want to get to that advanced level, what does it take for them? Like, what advice can you give them?
Well,
That's
in that way is more is specific wise. In that way, they kind of need to breathe more the dancing. Let's say watch more dancing and to go into more lessons. And nowadays, it's very easy to go on the
YouTube.
YouTube, whatever, and learn if you're on your mobile and you can check and all that. And you kind of need to breathe more the dancing. It's not just a social thing so much. This is what I said in the beginning to go into social and dancing experience with more experienced dancers. That's for everybody, even for us.
Uh,
And I think
But this kind of intermediate needs to do more lessons, needs to be open to more
mm,
what he thinks is everything is right. There's nothing wrong.
yeah, not just do like a specific teacher, you know. They have to dance like they
Feel.
feel, yeah, and not like the teacher do.
mm.
That one teacher do.
Yeah.
You have to be open mind to do one piece of each teacher and feel it, and so you can put it on your dancing, you know.
I think so. Yeah, I think I understand you.
When you dance, be yourself.
Yeah. There's this
Yes.
saying that, let's see if I can get this right. It's always better to be a bad original than a very good copy.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because the bad original, it's a original.
Right.
So
Nothing like it.
yeah, let's say again, let's go to Mars. If you're a Martian, you're the only one. So you're the best. A Martian dancing Kizomba is the best Martian dancing Kizomba. That's it.
Right. Right.
That's kind of the principle. So you need to be yourself. respect the dance, but be yourself. Not as so much as if the teacher says you should dance like this. No, I dance the way I want to.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how
I
Kizomba,
feel
and
the
the
other way,
dancing
yeah.
is. Every dancing
Yeah.
is art.
Yeah.
And if you kill the artistic
Expression. Like,
you kill the art. So
yeah, yeah,
you kill the dancing. So everybody should dance the way they feel.
yeah. So true, so true. I want to ask you this. I want to ask you both this question. I want you both to try and answer it. Okay. But can you give me one tip that can make someone a better dancer immediately?
That's one life's crusade of searching for the only one tip. Well, this is not a tip, but it's the only thing that really works. I'm going to try the tip afterwards. The only thing that really works is belief.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the tip is
Or
to
dance with your heart. When you do something came from your heart, you always do it well because you are truth to what you believe.
Do not have doubts about it.
Yeah,
do
really.
not have doubts about it. So if you think you want to dance yellow, you dance yellow.
Completely.
That just go for it. It doesn't matter because all the rest.
But with happiness.
Yeah, all the rest doesn't make you happy. And the tip. So this is what makes it happen. The tip is to find triggers or techniques to trigger this. You see what I mean?
So expand on it.
I need to believe, but I don't. It's difficult for me to believe. So the tip is get things to make you believe. Things as a certain teacher that actually really incentivates you, a certain dancer that you like to see, and this kind of gives you the boost to believe, and that's how it works.
Yeah.
There's no shortcut. If I do manage to invent the pill that makes it happen, I will let you know.
You're a rich man.
to the States and become rich, very rich.
Yeah. And Monica, do you have one, or do you agree with all that?
Yeah, I agree with all that Miguel says.
Yeah.
Completely.
Sure enough. I really want to, thank you all for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We are the ones who actually thank you for the invitation to be here.
No, you're very much welcome. I'm curious. Tell me, what are some of your upcoming events? Like, what do you have going on in your life?
Well, we have quite a few here in Portugal. We've been contacted with by some people to go in Europe. Last year we were going to go on Miami. We were going to go on Miami, but
Wow.
we didn't get to a conclusion of all the terms, and so we ended up not going. Actually, I actually remember that when you contacted us. But our main events are here in Portugal. Yet, because yes, we could have gone out of Portugal, but then again, what we are doing here was gonna get lost. So the foundations should be really good. The foundation should be really, and then we should.
At that point, we are already thinking to come outside Portugal and do more things outside because the structure in here in Portugal are very
is now
very
good.
strong.
Strong. Yes, of course we are now open to all sorts of invitations to go and to travel overseas. Let's say overseas here or all over Europe. We can now do that. But for what we do here in Portugal, we can just follow our page, Miguel Jones and Mónica Banza, Facebook. Yeah, and you can follow us there, and all of our work is in.
I was saying
in the festival. Yeah.
To Miguel that it's not easy to go out
on the weekends.
Yeah, on the weekends because we are
ballroom adjudicators.
Yeah. So
okay.
we go on the competitions, the guys on they're doing the marks and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
So
But separately,
Yeah.
not
we don't
the
do it
same.
together.
Yeah.
We can't do it together because we are together, so we can't do it together.
yeah.
Do not allow that.
So you guys are busy.
Yeah.
So we don't stop.
So we don't stop on the weekends. We have
Yeah.
to manage these two worlds. This is why we don't do even more on the Kizomba urban Kizomba fusion worlds. But now we're going to go for it now. But we have to manage the two worlds.
Yeah.
It's not just this. It's two worlds of dancing. So
I think you already said it, but tell me again. How can people get in contact with you? Your Facebook, Instagram. Tell me all your social media handles.
well, you can Instagram Miguel Jones, Miguel Jones. That's on Instagram. Monica Banza is on Instagram as Monica Banza, and our Facebook page is Miguel Jones and Monica Banza.
You can show it.
I can show it. Very quickly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I said what I'm gonna do is when I post this, I'm gonna put all your links in the comments. I'm gonna do all that.
Yeah, and you can follow all our contacts are there, and we usually
of the phones.
also yes, mobiles, emails, and everything are there. And sometimes we take a few 2 or 3 days to answer the messages because we have a lot, and sometimes you can't cope with it. So we have to separate. You do this, I do this on the replying to all those messages.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. I really appreciate you all replying to my message. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we do try to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, man, I want to thank you all again so much for taking time out your day to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's a pleasure.
Okay.
I want to ask any last words? Anything you want to say?
No, just the you are thanking us, but we should always be very grateful when people recognize our work, and
Yeah.
maybe something that you saw in our work, they say, oh, I want to talk with these guys because somehow they should be interesting. I hope we reply to all our your questions, and we are the ones that are grateful for your invitation, and this is a small again part of success because what we did with our hearts somehow reached you, and we are thankful for that.
That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. I want to say, please enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Do let us know when we can find all these, and so you can on our social media.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. Yes. Thank you so much. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so hey everyone, if you made it this far to the end of the video, I want to thank you so much for just, watching this. I really hope that you found value in this. My whole goal in this endeavor is, to give a voice to people, to dancers, and to give value to the dance community. So if I'm not giving value, it's kind of pointless. So I strongly urge you to please comment and let me know where I can improve, what I need to do better, what I'm doing wrong, and hopefully what I'm doing right, but my overall goal is I want to give content. I want to be helpful. So please let me know where I can improve upon. I'm new to all this, so I'm learning as I go. So I need feedback. Please comment and just let me know how I can improve. I would greatly appreciate that. That means the world to me, just to be able to interact with you all, have a conversation with you and just, see what you like and what you don't like. That means the world to me. I love interacting with you all. It means so much to me. But thank you so much for making it this far into the video. I gotta say, please leave a like, subscribe. If you don't like it, then let me know why not. Hit the down like button, hit the unlike button. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
That so I danced through all these emotions. But and at the end, I was always glad that I did go to socials because it's not good to stay around
Right. Just
and
mope.
move
Just
around by yourself.
right. Right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. Well, I want to for the people who don't know, Mayumi, you are easily one of the the best followers I've danced with. So you are